You put on the tape of Jason Slowey at Western Oregon, and it's impressive. As draft analysts like to say, he doesn't just block people, he mauls them.
That goes back to North Medford back when I was there. The coaches I had, I mean, that's what's expected. So I mean, that's just the way I play. I don't really think about trying to do stuff like that. That's just, I finish all my blocks. I mean, if you're not finishing, you're running to the fence at North back in the day.
The one thing Jason struggled with at North, spending time in the weight room. That problem hasn't been solved, it's been conquered.
But to see somebody that the first year, he's a good player. I mean, obviously we recruited him, we really liked him. And see him start his second year in college and then being pretty much a 4-year starter and really an All-American that was there because he worked, he believed in himself, and kept on getting better and better.
It's interesting to think of Jason's journey to the NFL and that next season he could be playing at places like Lambeau Field or the new Cowboys Stadium, and yet the college stadium he played in is actually smaller than Spiegelberg Stadium here in Medford, where he played his high school football games.
It's surreal. I mean, I think it probably must be weird to play at Spiegelberg again just because I'm used to 800 people, so. But I'm open to making the adjustment, I think.
Jason isn't assured of a draft spot, but he has generated national buzz. Mel Kiper, maybe the most famous ESPN draft analyst of all time, not only knows who he is, but likes his game. When asked in an online chat about the offensive lineman that could be picked in the mid-rounds, Kiper mentioned Slowey. Then in that same chat, when asked about some of the best players from small schools in the draft, once again, Kiper throws Slowey's name into the mix.
I'm very conscious of who he is and kind of his resume, and I always thought the guy's hilarious watching him and Todd McShay go back and forth. But it's weird because this has probably been the year I've watched it the least, to be completely honest with you. And obviously it's a tremendous honor to be mentioned by someone like that who's so well respected.
No matter what happens this weekend, Slowey says there's still work left to do. He played tackle in college and is going to have to make the transition to center in the NFL. And he says his technique needs to get better.
Just when I moved from left tackle to center for the All-Star game, everything looked better. I had never played center before. I'm just naturally need to be there. And technically, I think it'll be stuff that I can pretty easily correct. I've already gotten better at a couple of things, and I'm just glad that, a lot of the intangibles are already there for me.
About a dozen teams showed up to Jason's pro day, and the San Francisco 49ers even extended a personal invite to their facilities for an interview.
You sit down with Jim Harbaugh, and he's like, Jason Slowey, Western Oregon, I watched your film, you're real good. It's like, that's unbelievable that you're even saying that to me. I mean, you're Jim Harbaugh.
As for the draft weekend itself, Jason says he just plans to lay low at his house in Monmouth. And although the 49ers are the family favorite, he says he'll be happy if any one of the NFL teams calls his name.